In today's video, we will be taking a look at some recent additions to the Astro Tools Nano socket line. Some of you who've been around for a little bit, a few months, probably a couple months back, I did a video on Astro Tools Nano socket line, and yeah, I was fairly impressed with it. I think it's a nice little set, and literally the day I posted that, I saw that they came out with some new stuff, which I would have put in that video, but unfortunately, I don't have a time machine. So yeah, what we got today is some socket adapters we're looking at, and Torxy hexy type things that work with that whole line with the ratchet wrenches and whatnot. So without further ado, let's flip the camera down and get into it. So for any of you who might have missed the original video that I posted on these, or the first video I posted on these, it's basically just nano sockets, kind of give you a nice ratchety handle there to get you into nice tight areas. It's a nicely built setup here. I've used these a couple of times in the pinch when I needed to kind of get into a tight area. These particular ones are holding right here. These are the, I just put that in the wrong way. These are the 3/8, and then down here you get the 1/4 inchers. And with that, I got this little palm jobby here that comes with a 1/4 inch hex drive. And yeah, like I said, I mean, you can definitely see the benefits of the low profile nature of these tools. So what we're looking at today is this here, I guess it's just a 3/8 driver set. We'll call it product number 78320, and this is a 20 piece. We'll get into what's inside there. And then we got this here just adapter set, which kind of lets you go up and down in the sizes and whatnot. And that's a 78305. So without further ado, let's get these out of the package. At the very least, it'll make it easier to see without that reflective plastic wrapped around them. Hey, look at that. Isn't that nice and easy to read now? On camera, at least. So coming out of the box with these, again, nothing too much going on as far as the box goes. There's a bit of marketing wank going on there. Again, with the Astro 2 socket rails, I really do like these. Again, for something that they throw in a box. Usually, if they're giving you socket rails, they're not giving you nice ones, is what I'm getting at. And again, these are the same quality as the ones that I featured in the other video. And then we got this one, which is actually kind of cool the way they did this. It's kind of a V-rail. So you got it kind of all lined up there. And yeah, basically the same quality as the other one. Not too bad at all. I definitely like that. So let's get these out of the way. And we'll start with the easy ones first. Going from left to right, we got 3/8 drive to 1/2 inch drive, 3/8 to 3/8. So that way there you can take a standard socket, which is, I kind of thought that they were kind of missing that from the original kit there. But yeah, it kind of lets you take just a, the adapter, stick it in the thing, and give you a little bit more of a low profile with a standard socket. It is a bit thinner. This is just a Craftsman wrench there. So, I mean, you kind of see we're gaining probably, I don't know, about a 1/4 inch, maybe 3/8 of an inch clearance on that guy. I will say that if you are going to be using the 3/8 to 1/2 inch, you're going to want, I mean, this is the longer one. I think this is the 20 inch or something like that. It's the longer one, which is very 1/2 inchy size, but the mechanism in there, I wouldn't be bouncing on this thing. You're gonna crap up that mechanism inside this thing. I can almost guarantee that. This is one of those deals, crack it loose with a box wrench and then finish her off with this guy. And I mean, again, you really see the space saving that you would get. I don't have a 1/2 inch. I forgot to grab one, but I mean, imagine it's a little bit bigger than a 3/8. And yeah, that would definitely get you into a tight area. Astro Tools actually makes, and I just saw the other day, I don't know if it's something new, but they do make a 1/2 inch set for these. So maybe that'd be something I will look at in the future. And moving on, we got ourselves a 3/8 to 1/4 inch adapter right here. And then again, this would be the other end of the spectrum, where if you're using, 10 millimeter kind of reefing on it with this thing, you're probably going to break the head off the bolt. So use caution once again. Moving down a little further down the line, we got ourselves a wobble end, which I love wobble ends. Let me grab some stuff. Now, usually when you're grabbing for something and you kind of need a bit of an angle on the fastener to kind of kick it off to the side a little bit, you're going to grab yourself a universal joint. This particular one, yeah, that one's a snap-on jobby. I don't like these style universal joints being completely transparent here. I just find that you kind of get them, even if they're on like a slight angle like that, they tend to bind up. This particular one right here is another snap-on one with just a ball style. This would be my preferred style. I mean, you obviously don't have the the throw you would with a regular, with a regular universal joint, but I mean, that's not really a universal joint anymore. So it's probably about the same, I would say. But yeah, the ball style just doesn't bind up on you. And then they came out with, at some point in time, first time I saw it was on the Snap-on truck, which would be the old wobble end here. I think I got an extension, yeah, right here with the Snap-on wobble end. And basically what it does is just you kind of get your end here, and it just gives you, well, if you actually put it on all the way, it gives you a little bit of wobble on the end. And usually, I mean, my experience, this is usually enough. The Snap-on ones, which is what I always liked with the Snap-on ones, is that down here on the end, you get a little bit of square drive. So you kind of wobble and then you click it again, and you got yourself just a regular old fixed extension. This particular one kind of looks like it's got the same concept going on with it's kind of hard because it's black. Same deal, wobble, and then you push it on a little bit further, and then it gives you the straight. So yeah, you get the wobble there. Then one more click, and then it's straight. And I'm just looking at this now, I think that lock-in for the second degree is a little bit better than the old Snap-on. Yeah, it's a better lock. Isn't that better? Just pointing that out. This is just a standard Craftsman. It's at 6-inch or 8-inch or whatever. But yeah, they even give you a little bolty to kind of hold it in there so it's still wobbly. I definitely like that. That is really nice. And again, I mean, the space savings, you're kind of digging into a deep dark hole there, and you got a fastener kind of sitting on an angle, and you got the little wobble jobby. 2, 3, 4, 10 degrees, you never know. It might be the difference of fighting with the thing for 10 minutes, or just kind of zipping it out. I'm dropping stuff. And click that back in. And last but not least, we got 3/8 to 1/4-inch hex. So for your standard bit driving needs here, this would be just a regular old Torx. And yeah, I mean, if you didn't have this one already, because this is 1/4-inch to 1/4-inch hex, this little adapter here. But I mean, yeah, I could see how that'd be nice, kind of getting into something tight and zipping it out. Not too bad. All right, let's get these out of the way. And I'm also just noticing that they actually managed to get the description all on the same side of the socket. Isn't that nice? A little attention to detail to kind of make it so they're a little bit easier to find. And let's move on to this little guy right here. So what we got here, starting on this here backside, that would be most of your Torx, which was we're starting off at a T25, T27, T30, T40, T46, T47, T50, and a T55. That's not all of them, but that's all the ones I could think of that you would ever need. Flipping over to this side, we have the hex drive, which goes from 6 up to 12. And it looks like we are missing the 11. I don't know if I ever used the 11, but it should be mentioned. All right, and last but not least, we got the triple square drives. I believe they call these M's. I thought at some point in time I saw them call them MTs. Again, triple square. It's basically, I mean, you got 4 points on a square, and there's 3 of them, and that makes 12. So it's kind of like a 12-point internal drive, but I believe the difference is that the edges on the on the fastener, the driver here aren't rounded off. I could be wrong about that, but I'm pretty sure that's the difference. They use, like, I don't use these that much. I've seen them before. Um, they're kind of more of a heavy. It's like a step above a Torx is best I could describe it. And you go from 6 to 16. It's the biggest one, which should be the 16, correct? Yeah. So I mean, you kind of see the profile that we're looking at here. I don't know why it has a hole in the middle. Are they? I don't know. Like I said, I'm not too familiar with these. I don't use these very often at all. Like I said, I can't remember ever seeing these. If I did see them, I probably used something else in them, and just to get by. But yeah, that's a thing. Apparently, that's what people are using nowadays. So the MT 16 and 14 both have the holes in the middle. The 6, 8, 10, and 12 do not. Now, as far as space saving goes, with these, and I just actually noticed these regular ones here that we have been looking at are just pull off and pull on. They got a little ball detent in there to hold them in place. And I guess because these are kind of flared out on an angle, they don't want them popping off. So these particular ones are twist lock. Kind of like that other socket holder set that I can't remember the name of, sitting out in my van right now that I actually really like. So yeah, so let's take a look at a Torx here. This would be a T55 Torx. And for some reason, I'm just actually noticing the T55 for some reason. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you could pick that up on camera there. The T55 has a more of a glossy black finish on it than all the rest of them, which is kind of a more of a matte black finish. And I did forget to mention that these are all impact rated. Let me check that before I put my foot in my mouth, but I'm pretty sure they are. Let me look at that. Yes, they are impact rated. I know I read that somewheres. So again, with the T55 here, stick it in the old socket wrench there. And for me, most of my Torx drivers are the style where you would have just a standard socket style bit, and then it would insert into the bit, and it's just pretty long. But I mean, as you can see with this one, if you got a tight spot, you can get in there fairly easily. And I'm sure that the hex are pretty much the same. Yes, they are. And this is kind of reminding me of, I guess, 20, 30 years ago, there was an Atlas Copco compressor I had to pull the screw off of. It was a screw compressor, and I had to cut down an Allen key to get that last bolt off of the bottom because it was too tight. And this would have saved me a lot of room and a lot of headache. But yeah, I mean, definitely kind of cool. Again, with the square drives or triple square, nice and low profile. If you guys use these a lot, or if there's a particular type of machine that uses these things a lot, let me know. But like I said, I don't run into these too much. So that is about it. Like I said, there's not much going on here. This is just kind of a recap video, something else I found in this product line that I think will come in handy in my day-to-day jobs. And yeah, it just seems like they're kind of nice. So what do you say we just get on with it and close this guy out? So there we go. That is the latest addition to the Astro Tools Nano Drive socket sets. The adapters here, I could definitely see how they would come in handy. Lets you use your standard sockets with the more low profile, not quite as low profile as using it with the sockets. So I mean that would definitely come in handy. I do see I'm actually kind of thinking with the well, you got the 3/8 to 1/2 inch. I'm actually kind of thinking about getting the they make a 1/2 inch set for this, maybe getting a 1/2 inch metric set. Usually when it comes to nano or smaller low profile drive stuff, the bigger you get, the more benefit you get as far as going low profile, because you can only shrink things as much, shrink small things so much before it's no longer functional. So maybe that'll be a future video. We'll see. As far as the little, we'll call this the driver set, Torx and hex, low profile, you could always use those. I could definitely see myself picking these up every once in a while when I'm in a tight spot. As far as the old ones go, just a little recap, I've only had to use them a handful of times. I said this when I bought them. forklifts are mostly function over form. So I mean, a lot of times you don't have trouble getting onto fasteners in them because it's heavy machinery. It needs to work more than it needs to look good for the most part. I think as far as you automotive guys, these might be a bit of a heaven sent because I've seen some of the crap you guys have to deal with getting stuff loose. So yeah. So what I think I'll do is in the old thumbnail at the end of the video, I'll link my original video to these if you missed them, and yeah, I'll link these down in the description if you are interested in those. And yeah, that's about it for this video. Questions, comments, concerns, leave them down in the old comment section. I'll do my best to get back to you. I'd like to thank you for watching. There you go.